Shut up and sit down.
Do you like power? Do you like our? Then you love the Power Hour!
Good day and welcome to the Power Hour. We're back! It's Power Hour 13. Unlucky for some, but hopefully not for us. And here we are on the verge of an impending national lockdown 2.0. But we'll try and mention that a little later on and be a bit happier for now. But Chris, how the bloody hell are you?
You know what, mate? I am feeling great for Power Hour 13. I can't believe we've got to 13.
I know. It's no one wanted it, no one asked for it, but we're still doing it anyway. So.
But it's here, baby.
Whether you like it or not, it's here to stay. Much like lockdown.
Boo.
I know. I say we'll come on to that later, but it's not looking good out there in COVID world right now. And I'm running out of things to watch. I mean, they're not making any more programs. They can't film stuff. So you just end up getting repeats or elderly actors trying to film on smartphones and being pretty damn shit at it.
I think I've watched every compilation video. I don't think there's any more to watch.
Hotbots in our area. If you have any more compilations for Chris, then send me. Oh, it's troubling times. I'm sure we'll get onto all that in a bit later. But for now, Power Hour's back.
Should we try and lighten the spirits
Absolutely.
of the nation?
Right now, no one's feeling very powerful, and probably not very powerful either. But we're trying to install some hour and some power into your life.
Absolutely.
And let's kick that off with a song.
Alex the Kid, Alexandra Burke, Alexander Rusev, Moxley. This is Alexandra Saviour with Gailey.
Hopelessly showbiz associates. She's got friends you haven't met. They smoke menthol cigarettes. Bogus psychosis. She floats on and she ain't ever anywhere. So you're lucky that she's here. Talk about Hollywood problems. She's got 'em. She's always looking for a wilder ride. She'll be fucking with the phone all night. She calls me girly. She gets in corners where water can. Got that look upon the face. Says she's 20 minutes late. Her shit is sorted. She's all for it till her eyeballs start to bleed. She don't wanna go to sleep. Talk about a ladder to stardom. She's on one. And if that doesn't whet your appetite, well, she probably got something that might. She calls me girly.
Alexandra Saviour with Girly. So, Chris, we're going to talk about wrestling in out there in COVID world. So, the big kind of news story that has been going on over the last 3-4 weeks or so is how WWE are now going to start banning the use of the performers using their real names on likes of Twitch or Cameo, etc. And basically saying, no, we have to get a profit off you using these systems, which is just absolutely mind-boggling for like a company who is insisting that they're always independent contractors, yet they can't even use their own name and make money outside of that forum. It's just mental.
It's absolutely disgusting, I think.
Yeah, genuinely, yeah. And yeah, these are the kind of things where they need to have a union, and enough's said about Hogan and being a cunt, but not anywhere near enough is made by him stopping them forming a union in the 80s before WrestleMania, and that would have solved a lot of these issues. And instead, you've got where likes of Kofi, Xavier Woods can have his Twitch channel, and up down is really popular, has been for 5-6 years.
That's owned by the Fed though. The Fed own that.
True enough. Yeah, but they bought it out, didn't they? But his actual streaming channel though, if they hadn't bought it out, the whole point is that they would say, no, actually it's our channel now, and you have to give us 10%.
Didn't they used to make money from house show appearances and stuff? So I imagine they're just on a base contract at the moment, like a base salary. How does it work?
Well, it's always changed, hasn't it?
So this would have bumped it up.
Because the network really skewed a lot of things. When they went to the network, they used to get a pay-per-view bonus, but obviously you don't get that now because there's less people paying money for the network and not necessarily paying pay-per-views. And especially in America, the pay-per-view price is just through the roof. It's like $80, $90 in some cases for a WrestleMania, such that kind of thing, rather than the $9.99 charging for the network.
Yeah, I couldn't afford to pay for each pay-per-view. No, but I want to.
Absolutely not. No, why would you want to pay per pay-per-view when you can get the whole thing and all the back catalogue, which we give enough grief to them, but the back catalogue is very impressive. Especially the original documentary they do. It's really good for $10 a month. It is really good value.
Yeah, considering you can watch other companies on it as well.
Mm-hmm. They got all the Progress stuff on there now as well, I think.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. ICW's on it as well, isn't it? I haven't looked at any of that.
Nah,
is it just people who have signed for the Fed?
No, it's all shows.
Because there must have been there must have been people from them shows that are now with the Marks in Georgia.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, you've got.
Are they all on it?
Yeah, you have people like Party Marty will be on there. Like Zack Sabre Jr. They'll all be on there, kind of thing. Even the sexual assault merchant David Starr will be on there.
Oh, as well as Wolfgang.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Wolfgang, the biggest piece of shit in the business. For reasons previously documented.
MNT1, Wolfgang 0.
Yeah. Doesn't even know he's playing. But yeah, it's how you can control people's private stock. Even Big E makes a fortune off Cameo videos. And I think a lot of them do, to be honest with you. And they're demanding money from
Adam Cole apparently makes a lot on Twitch off subscribers, or however you pay your resub or whatever it is.
Twitch,
but... apparently because you pay you can pay a subscription each month to support them.
It's like an OnlyFans kind of thing.
I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
Follow OnlyFans Power Hour for some after-hour content.
If you want us to show our feet, we'll do it.
Live from the Lizard Lounge, it's the after hour.
Only on OnlyFans.
I mean, it is crazy how you can try and control kind of people like that. It's just ridiculous. But speaking of control over people, the great storyline SmackDown at the moment is how the Fiend has taken control of Alexa Bliss and is using her to kind of play with people's minds when they're having matches with him. So obviously the Braun Strowman stuff was really good because it kind of played into how they were, not an item kind of thing between those two, having a relationship in storyline, and then now it's her basically telling to Kevin Owens, no, you let him in, you can't fight him, and then obviously he got beat, and then she showed up on screen. So it's I think it's really good. Whether or not they're leading to being like a Sister Abigail kind of thing or not, not really sure, but it's really clever.
That was kind of rumoured though, like a couple of years ago, wasn't it, that she'd be like the perfect Sister Abigail?
Yeah, I think it works really well. I think it's really, really good for them.
Yeah. I haven't really been watching it, to be honest, so I don't know.
I've been following it a bit because I think the Fiend as a character is very compelling.
Oh yeah, I like Everton Bray does.
I think it's so good because everything they do is now so sterile and kind of it's 50-50 booking. It's the same matches week in, week out, and having someone like that who is naturally elevated and says, actually, we're not going to have you wrestle every week. We're going to have you on pay-per-views only, but like do storylines. And necessarily doesn't need the belt. It's brilliant. It's a breath of fresh air. It's something that's actually enjoyable to watch and see how it unfolds. And, we can go back to kind of a lot of what we talk about on here and say how much we love storyline-driven matches. And every match should be a storyline. There shouldn't be a match that doesn't involve something. I know
they're just lazy, aren't they? The booking's just lazy.
It's the same thing all the time. I mean, how many times is booking Dominic Mysterio versus Rollins or Murphy? Just over and over again, the same shit.
Did you see the picture of like it was like a side by side of pay-per-view posters from this year and last year, and whoever the champion was at like certain pay-per-views, they were always against Randy Orton.
Yeah, it was Kofi, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then it was Drew this year.
Drew, yeah, and he's got another crack at the whip, isn't he, in Hell in a Cell?
Yeah.
Another rematch at Hell in a Cell is going to be Roman versus Jay again. Jey Uso.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Hell in a Cell?
Yeah, I just don't. I mean, I feel it was a really perfect story what they did at Clash of Champions. The kind of he's really trying to fight back, trying to make sure he can compete with Roman. He's too proud, but he got his arse kicked. He got fucking battered.
Yeah.
There's nothing there saying actually I want to watch that. You can't have a decisive clean finish where he got absolutely battered. Now I get and it took his brother throwing in a towel to kind of end the match, but it doesn't matter. In my eyes, the match is fucking won. If you compare
and surely it would
boxing,
be worse in the cell.
Yeah, exactly. And if you get, I hate to do it, but if you go into kind of UFC or boxing, if you actually had someone in your corner, you might want to keep fighting because you're too battered. You in many ways concussed or whatever. You don't want to fight. You don't want to stop fighting. You corner person in the towel. It doesn't matter. No one says, "Oh, well, they didn't give up. You're giving them a match." No, they got fucking swatted.
Yeah.
You didn't give them another go.
That's the thing about WWE. Oh, so the Feds, because like they'll have like a pay-per-view match and it'll be all right, but then they have a rematch on the next Raw or SmackDown.
I don't see the point.
And it's like just move on.
Yeah.
Just move on
Yeah,
to the next story. Like that should finish it.
Yeah, and I think that's what AEW are really good at doing. Having they have occasional special. The Marks in Georgia. They have a very good way of having really quarterly pay-per-views and then having special dynamites to kind of break them up and kind of say, well, this is a big event, but the big pay-per-view, it's for a year. Because it actually invests in the storyline. It gives time for a storyline to naturally get over.
There was something that really annoyed me. I haven't really been watching it, but I saw a clip of what happened. Did you see what happened in the TNT match?
It was just Cody versus Brody Lee, right?
Yeah, and he won it back. Yeah. And it's like, you just basically look like, well, you're off filming something, Brody holds it for like 3 weeks, and then you come back and he wins it straight away.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But he's against Orange Cassidy, isn't he? So, I mean, like, unless they didn't want, they're going to give it to Orange Cassidy. I like him. Unless they were going to give it to Orange Cassidy, they didn't want him to pin Brody.
Yeah.
I can totally understand it if he beats Cody
at this
now.
Point, Cody got battered by Brody. He got his win back. Fine, have a 2 out of 3. It's have a deciding match. To be fair, before Cody dropped the belt to him, he was kind of starting to show a bit of a heel side. He's kind of moving his character on. It hasn't really he hasn't come back. He's kind of come back as a pure babyface. And to be fair to him, Cody Rhodes is a very compelling babyface. Well, yeah, against Cassidy.
Well, there's enough for them. There's enough heels.
Well, I mean,
don't need any more heels.
And that's the thing, I think it's still going to be Moxley versus MJF, I believe. I think they're going for one more match in that one. We're a big fan of Moxley on the show, and how he's holding the belt. But who's going to take him? Who's going to take him on now? Who are they building up? Because the whole point is you're building Brody up maybe, but he's now lost. Lance Archer's been floating around the mid card since he lost to Cody. So I said, well, who's coming up?
For me, it's got to be Kenny.
Yeah, and they're building towards that, number one match, aren't they now? They got
they've got a tournament, haven't they? Yeah.
Yeah. So if Kenny goes full heel and holds the belt, and then it builds like a Hangman Kenny match, then great. But it's one of them, isn't it? It's all ifs and buts at the moment, and again, they've been really stymied and caught short by the COVID restrictions and having to really put the brakes on their expansion, which is a shame because they are doing a really good job.
I know.
I think it's just unfortunate that they can't kind of branch out, because you think the roster does kind of need to grow somewhat, or at least expand.
No, definitely,
out,
yeah. Well, they were looking at another show, weren't they? Like an hour show,
well,
like a dark kind of thing.
But
but
I just don't watch Dark.
I never watch it.
No.
Because it's full of it's like QT Marshall and all. I'm like, I can't be arsed with all these.
Well, it's even stuff like the problem is they make no reference to Dark until someone comes out on Dynamite and goes, "Oh, they've won like 6 matches in 4 weeks on Dark." It's like, why have we not mentioned this before? It's a 2-hour show, Dynamite. You could easily do a 2-minute recap of what happened on Dark.
Exactly, yeah.
But they don't mention it. It's almost like a hidden show until it becomes.
But it's more accessible as well, because everyone can watch YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I mean. So they should mention it because it's so more people could watch it. But I don't know. I'm looking forward to the Dynamite anniversary show. It's coming up because every belt's on the line.
That'll be good.
I don't know is that when the MJF match is.
I think so. Yeah, I believe so. We'll look into it for Monday and Tuesday. Power Hour 14. We'll have a look into it.
And it'll probably have already happened
by then. It would have happened already. But the only other one to mention is obviously it was NXT TakeOver 31. So to be honest, takeovers, I think they've really lost their sparkle since they moved to competing with with the Marks in Georgia. I don't think it's anywhere near.
Yeah, the whole brand is just.
Yeah, I mean,
it's all over the place.
Honestly,
isn't it?
I mean, I'm just going to mention some names here from the card. So I won't mention him because he's actually half decent. But Santos Escobar.
Never heard of them.
Isaiah Swerve Scott.
Never heard of them.
Joaquin Wilde.
Never heard of them.
Raul Mendoza.
Never heard of them.
Daniel Vido.
Never heard of them.
Emily Anzulis.
Never heard of them.
These were all on the card. Don't know who they are. And to be fair, I've not been watching it, so I can't really make much of a comment on it. But NXT in its heyday, it had an hour-long show, and you'd watch it and actually be like, yeah, I know who that is. That's really good. They're kind of, they're being featured heavily. And if they weren't ready, they would just not put them on the show, or they'd be there in a job match. It's fine. They kind of introduce you slowly.
Well, they did a lot of house shows, didn't they? So
they did, yeah.
They
had like an NXT brand, and they had the NXT like developmental brand kind of thing, where people from the Palm Centers actually go out and perform for 200, 300 people, which is exactly it was really good. And I just think the Wednesday move's been terrible for them and terrible for wrestling, to be honest with you. Just imagine if you just let AEW get that uninterrupted market, they'd be hitting 1.5 million views a year, a week.
If they moved SmackDown to Friday, Tuesday or Thursday could have been NXT.
Yeah, and then you have Monday Raw, Tuesday is NXT, Wednesday Dynamite, Thursday off, and then Friday SmackDown.
Yeah,
everyone benefits. It's only the Fed in New York who can't see the benefit of having kind of more share of the market.
Well, they did move, didn't they? I don't know whether which show moved, but
they moved a lot of Dynamite.
But NXT had more numbers, and the Marks in Georgia had the same as normally, or even better. So it definitely worked.
Well, they moved around quite a bit, the Marks in Georgia, because of a lot of American.
The channel they're on,
American
isn't it?
Sports. He likes American things. So they moved around quite a bit. But yeah, anyway, the main event of NXT TakeOver 31 was Finn Balor versus Kyle O'Reilly, which Finn Balor won.
Who?
Kyle O'Reilly from Undisputed Era.
Oh yeah, I like him.
Yeah, barn burner match. Actually, to watch it, really good match. Really enjoyed it. Again,
I'll let you know my opinion on the next Power Hour.
you watched it yourself, yeah. But it's again, the problem is having not watched NXT, and again, it's my own fault kind of thing for not keeping up with the product. But again, there's too much wrestling to watch. Kyle O'Reilly's a tag team man for me, not singles.
Yeah.
Now I know he's been ROH champion for a while, But in NXT, he's never been presented at anything other than an attack match.
No.
Prove me wrong. I missed the promo package. He might well have been presented as why he now is in single competition. In which case, good job, Kevin Dunn. But
let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
Dunn.
Keep up the good fight, lad.
Thanks, Kev.
Thanks, Bucky Diva, motherfucker.
Have you watched any of the G1?
No, I have not.
No, same. I haven't watched a single bit of it.
Can't tell you who's doing what in it.
Same. More of this on the next Power Hour.
As always on the Power Hour, we're finger on the pulse when it comes to all things wrestling.
Let us know in the comments if you've watched any.
Or let us know if you haven't. Let's get a poll. if more people haven't watched it, then we won't feel as bad. Anyway, Polly, let's have a song.
Panic at the Disco, Pano Chocolat, The Pandemic, Moxley. This is Junior with Panique.
Ça me fait froid dans le dos. Je perds mes moyens, j'ai plus de mots. Quand dans ce grand bain, ce bain de foule, je sens soudain que je coule. Je retiens mon souffle, je me retiens. J'y peux rien, c'est physique. Comme un choc électrique. Je te vois, je panique. J'ai des frissons, j'ai des goulines. Le cœur qui cogne dans ma poitrine. Quand dans ce trou noir de monde, je sens tout à coup que je tombe. Je retiens mon souffle, je me retiens. C'est physique. Comme un choc électrique. Je te vois, je panique. Je surchauffe, je reste droite, je deviens gauche. Quand je fais marche arrière en arrière-plan, un coup de nage, je serre les dents. Et je retiens mon souffle, je le retiens. J'y peux rien, c'est physique. Comme un choc électrique. Je te vois, je panique. Je panique. Je panique. Je panique. Je te vois, 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 je panique. Panique. Panique.
That was Junior with Panique. It's time for Polly's pandemic update. Oh, these.
One day we'll get some sound effects. Or we'll get real people. The Power Hour's live.
When Lizard Lounge can reopen safely, definitely.
So, update from me. Just major bike rides, as I touched on in PH12. So I'm doing a Sober October challenge. So today I went from near mine to Preston and back. say we went to Preston, we didn't because we were knackered, we were hungry, so we basically were on our bikes. We did 45k to go to Greg's and then turn around to come home. That was basically today. I didn't really see any of Preston.
Lovely
But
stuff.
just major bike rides. Yeah, I think I've done like 160k, actually more, 170k in like 8 days.
Lovely stuff.
And I'm
20k a day.
And I'm nowhere near the top of the leaderboard.
Are you near the bottom now?
No, I'm third. But there's
happy days.
there's 100k between me and second place.
Oof.
So it's like I'm not catching up. But I'm not eating the wings anyway, so that's good. But with we've raised currently, and thank you, Ross, because I know you donated. £650 we're currently on.
Woo!
So thank you to everyone who's donated. It's getting us through the bike rides. I've got an Achilles injury. I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm just going to moan and whine like a little bitch that I am.
And Chris, I'm sure you got the URL to hand of this.
Oh, absolutely. So if you go on www.gosober.org.uk/teams/stingrays and throw a little cheeky donation if you can, that'd be superb.
And don't make it sound like we are never prepared. That was great preparation. That was fantastic.
For once,
absolutely
I have the
smooth
URLs on
as
hand.
silk. Absolutely. A few more like this, be a proper radio show.
Thought we already were.
Well, tell that to the airwaves.
If you're listening, Radio City, that 2 a.m. till 5 a.m. slot's got our name on it.
Hang on. Let's start with 2 a.m. till 3 a.m. once a week. We'll see how we get on.
No, it's the power hour followed by a 2-hour after hours.
After hours, it's just
Where
2
we
hours
have
of songs.
2 hours of us reviewing the previous hour.
Come to the 4 a.m. viewing. That's when it starts to get a bit spicy.
How about you, Ross? How's isolation treating you?
Yeah, so been back working at home now for 2 weeks, and I think it's going to be a thing that we're going to have to live with now for a few months. So as we mentioned at the start of this episode, we're heading towards Tier 3 lockdown in Liverpool. We don't know what Tier 3 means yet, but I think all indications are that Liverpool being one of the worst hit areas is going to be locked down in some manner. What that entails, no one seems to know. There seems to be a lot of conflicting reports going around. Some saying that bars will close, some saying they won't, some saying they're still negotiating. So we'll have to see what professional puppy Boris Johnson says tomorrow.
The thing is, like, the spike didn't happen when bars and restaurants reopened. So
not when immediately. No, when pint-sized economist Rishi Sunak paid everyone to go out and eat. That's when it starts to go up again. And also when people start going back to work. Funny that. So still can't go and see my parents. Still can't keep distance from them in the garden. But legally, they're saying that I could still go and spend
have a
40
lovely
hours
quiche.
Yeah, and spend 40 hours a week facing someone at work. And that would be completely fine, apparently. But, not that they're putting the economy before anything else. And this is the thing, isn't it? It is getting far worse. Last night, the Royal, Walton and Aintree, all the hostels were all full at capacity. There's no room for anyone else. And it's scary when you start hearing the story like that. You say, well, it's not just impacting people who have COVID and need tracing. These are people who are going in there with not major injuries, not heart attacks and the like, but things that quite medium injuries or accidents or whatever, and they're not going to get seen to, which is obviously makes things far worse in the long run. If you had a fully functioning and stable hospital where you could actually have a lot more space, a lot more room, a lot more resource, then you could probably look after those people. But you're going to get a lot of excess deaths or loss of limbs, etc. It's
sounds like herd immunity to me.
And well, that's what that's what they want so long, didn't they? It's just it's been a shit show from start to finish. From our government.
It's just getting me down now. Like, it's just going to carry on.
Yeah, well, it is, and and they're saying these it's going to be a good few months. I can't see it changing before Christmas. Main reason being the kind of the fact that it's going to be colder anyway. It's a lot harder to fight off diseases in winter than it is in summer. Naturally, people's immune systems are generally weaker, especially when you have the likes of cold and flus going around, and you've got COVID as well. It's going to impact a lot of people, unfortunately.
Yeah, a load of shite.
It's not promising, but stay safe. We're in the social distance lizard lounge. We're disinfecting every minute. You might hear some squirts in the background. It's not hot bots in our area. It's Dettol. And of course, good sponsors of the show. Thanks Dettol, thanks lads.
Thanks
Keep fighting
lads.
that clean fight. The other news that kind of came out today was, of course, Project Big Picture, which sounds like a really shit Bond villain's idea of setting up a massive cinema complex. But yeah, the lovable neighbours of Everton and Man United want to start their own kind of basically monopoly, don't they, on the Premier League? Reduce the teams down to 18 and have full veto rights, which is just madness. Thinly veiled with some money going to the EFL, make sure the lower league football teams can survive.
Why can't they just do that anyway?
Absolutely. They're making out like they're being charity. They literally have millions, not even millions, billions going through them. There's no reason what any difference every single Premier League club giving
1 million,
2-3 million a year would make. It would to them make fuck all difference, and you'd still have football league and grassroots survive.
I didn't really look into it too much because I've been out all day, but I heard a little bit about it, and obviously like Everton are one of the teams where we have a say in it. But it's like that'll get phased out. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, all they want to do is fuck off to this European League, where the elite stay there.
But that sounds terrible because like
it does.
We're playing Real Madrid next week. The week after that, we're playing like another foreign team. It's like, well, no fans are going to be able to afford to go to that.
But what do you mean that they literally will have? They'll end up playing like something like 20 games a season, and that's it. Because the players have got playing too many games.
Just exhibition matches.
Exactly, all over the world, it'd be absolute shite, and it's just ridiculous. You'll have certain managers complaining that their players are playing too much, and they're all asthmatic. Don't sign asthmatic players, or at least don't treat them. You
can see where this is going.
Yeah, you can see. Yeah, you can see where it's going. Lance Armstrong FC. But yeah, it's combined with it's not been a good look for the Premier League this year, or this week even. Obviously, with the also saying that they want to make Sky and BT charge everyone £15 a game for games that they otherwise wouldn't televise, which is just ridiculous. The whole premise of it is that you're gonna have, let's be honest here, you're gonna have Arsenal, United, Liverpool, Chelsea, etc. They're gonna be on TV anyway. They're going to be on TV regardless. They're not going to be the games that are going to be charged £15 for. So basically, You're punishing teams who are less attractive to the market to watch their own game when they can't go to the game anyway. And, it's one of them. £30 to go to the game is a lot of money. But you actually get the fact that you actually go and physically go to the game. You can see people. You
don't have to listen to shit commentary.
Yeah, £15 to watch a game on the screen is fucking awful. It's non-stop for me. I can't see it any way it goes ahead.
This Power Hour is also sponsored by IPTV.
Yep, keep fighting that VPN work, lads. Yeah, no,
absolutely. I think we should stream. We should stream games for £5 a week on our OnlyFans.
With us talking,
and you can watch the match or you can have feet cam.
Or both. Split screen.
That's £7 a month.
And we'll commentate over it. I can't guarantee,
we'll be talking about the match.
Or that, or it could be a Man City game, or a game of a squad that I know well. Equally, it could be Brighton. I don't know who the fucking players are, so I'm saying, the left winger gives it to the number 6. Number 6. Oh, that's not a bad shot. Yeah,
I think them games would be better.
Yeah, absolutely.
We don't know what's going on.
I'll know 3 players in each squad, and that'll all do for me.
Well, it's basically our knowledge on fucking wrestling, and we've got a wrestling radio show. It might be quite successful.
I'll tell you what, though, the post-match will be great. Chris, how do you think it went?
Yeah,
It'll
good,
be,
yeah.
it'll be- yeah, good match. Anyway, that was our pandemic update, and once again, just try and protect yourself, stay safe, and more importantly, fuck the Tories. Polly.
Absolutely. No, no, no's. Maybe, maybe, maybes. Possibly, possibly, possiblies. Moxley. This is the Yeah, Yeah, Yeahs, the 8-track remix of Heads Will Roll.
Oh
8-track version of Heads Will Roll by the Yeah Yeah Yeahs. Polly, we're going to talk about Monday Night Tuesday now. We're back! And we're very excited after...
cannot wait for this show.
After as we've talked about the quarantining we had to go under, and the nonsense that was with some people turning up, some people leaving, eventually got out of there, and we're back. It's going to be Power Hour. Is proud to announce that Monday Night Tuesday 3 will be airing very soon, and shortly after that we'll be announcing the new pay-per-view. So obviously we couldn't do 9/11 Mania with everything going on, so we've had to scrap that till next year, but we're here. We're going to be doing
what a build that will be.
I know, but in the meantime we've got our pay-per-view. I cannot wait, and I can exclusively reveal December 30th, put in your diary, that is when we'll be releasing our pay-per-view.
Oh, you know what? I'm really happy for imminently. I mean, as I touched on in Power Hour 12, you had a meeting with the Waterfront Arena regarding our situation, and unfortunately, imminently is still in prison at the moment, but he's got it sorted. He's booked the arena 30th of December.
We can't wait. We cannot wait for this. The socially distanced Waterfront Arena again, maybe ad
sold out
as well already. You didn't even know it was happening. It's already sold out.
Tickets aren't even out yet.
Richard Bailey is already there. He's actually already in the arena. He's waiting already.
He has my comp tickets for that. He was he did say that he was getting there a little bit early. He was leaving Judy at home, and he was looking for that contract.
Yeah, it's still in there. So who knows? Richard Bailey could well have the contract.
So do you think, Ross, we should maybe run through the card for Monday Night Tuesday 3?
Absolutely.
It's a triple threat bonanza this episode. So we have a triple threat match between, basically, he is back, he is ready, he's going to be against the Headmaster and the Kiddie Fiddler.
Ooh, big match.
And a lovely little triple threat, a little menage a trois.
Ooh,
we have the Chunky Monkey in action. We're not going to reveal who he's against, but the Chunky Monkey will be there after obviously he attacked Chester Drawers, and we still haven't really got an update on Chester Drawers. He's in a bad way.
Nah,
he won one of the fatal the battle royales.
As we said on Power 11, he wasn't doing very well in the bubble. We didn't have a chance to shine him up, and of course he was already damaged before then. So who knows what good old Chester's going to be? Even after I believe Mrs. Drawers is giving him a good looking after, but it's not looking good.
Yeah, we'll try and get an update on him soon.
Yeah, we'll try and get him on. Good old Chester, fan of the and good friend of the Power Hour, of course.
Absolutely. And then obviously we have our battle royal to determine the third member of the Fatal 4-Way for the championship ship, and that's going to be between making his MNT debut, the Rabbi.
And what a guy! What a
making
character. He is. I
think everyone's going to like him.
Absolutely, the longest thumbs in the industry.
Also making his debut at this episode in the Battle Royale is Tired Lee. So looking forward to seeing Tired Lee. Hope he gets out of bed on time. He's leaving tag team behind him. He's trying it as a single this week. The Scientist will be there. Also, Greg will be in that match. We have making his debut also Mohammed Menton. And finally, one of the nicest people you'll ever meet, the Overgiver.
Oh, the Overgiver. He's been on here before. He interrupted the end of the death episode, and what a guy! He really likes to make everyone feel very warm in his presence, doesn't he?
Absolutely. I mean, he wished us a good life, didn't he? And very much looking forward to that. But more importantly, Ross, one match that I cannot wait for is that we're going to be introducing the MNT Tag Team Championship.
Absolutely, the first major honour to be won in Monday Night Tuesday, and it will be won on
absolutely
Tuesday 3. And it's the tag team belt. Cannot wait. I know we've got
and that's going to be a ladder match.
We've got a lot of fans in both the tag team community and the ladder community, so it's really making both everyone good.
The what community?
The tag team community and the ladder community.
All right.
Yeah.
And that match will be between the Drag Racers and the Tough Nuts, who have been they've been at it each week. Obviously, the Tough Nuts attack the Drag Racers, and we've got a little something up our sleeve, Ross. There's going to be a third a third team that will not be announced until the show airs. So that's going to be a triple threat ladder match for the MNT Tag Team Championship.
And I can't wait for that mystery opponent. They are some of the toughest opponents that anyone could wish to face. Big team, two real giants of men.
Two big hosses.
Two big hosses, all the way from New York. I can't wait to see those guys.
Absolutely, I think that's the only clue that we'll give. But what a card, Ross! This could be a pay-per-view card in itself.
It's Monday Night Tuesday comes home.
Absolutely.
It's our homecoming edition. The quarantine is over. We're back. So yeah, everyone, thanks for your patience and thanks for your support. But Monday Night Tuesday will be back better than ever, and we cannot wait. So that will be launched at the start of November, probably just before when we would be having 9/11 Mania. But thanks for your patience, and we promise you the pay-per-view will be fully worth it.
Absolutely, and we'll have more information as the weeks go on about the pay-per-view.
But
in the meantime, why not go back and watch Monday Night Tuesday episode 1 and 2?
Mostly number 2 though. One's got enough views. 2 is where we need to get some views back. So
the hot bots have certainly been watching MNT 1.
Yeah, hot bots haven't quite transferred to Monday Night Tuesday 2 yet, but they're probably still very excited about Oil being in Monday Night Tuesday 1. Wait till I find out he's in Monday Night Tuesday 2.
I can't wait to see Oil in the future. I think hopefully he'll be back. He'll be in a future episode very soon.
Yeah, he's my favourite. He's your favourite. He's everyone's favourite.
Oil.
So anyway, Monday Tuesday coming soon. Steak wrap with ketchup. The Anfield wrap. Get a bucket and a mop. That's a whap. But this isn't Cardi B. This is Time for Heroes by the Libertines.
Did you see the stylish kids in the riot, shoveled up like monks, set the night on fire, wombles bleed, truncheons and shields? You know I cherish you, my love. But there's a rumor spread nasty disease around town. You cut on the houses with your trousers down, a head rush, and in the bush. You know I cherish you, my love. Oh, I cherish you, my love. Tell me what can you want? Now you've got it all. All you've seen is obscene. Time will strip it away. A year and a day. I'll build bones knows what I really know. It's eating, it's chewing me up. It's not right for young lungs to be coughing up blood. And it's all in my hands. And it's all up the walls. Saw the stale chips are up and the whole stakes are down. It's all these ignorant faces that bring this town down. And the side is uncle with pride. But I pass myself down on my knees. Yes, I pass myself down on my knees. Now tell me what can you want? Now you've got it all. All the scene is obscene. Time will strip it away. A year and a day. And Bill Bones knows what I mean. There's fewer, more distressing sights than that of an Englishman in a baseball cap and who'll die in the class we were born. Well, that's a class of our own, my love. A class of our own, my love. Shoveled up like mugs at the night on fire, wombles bleed, truncheons and shields. You know I cherish you, my love. Yeah, I cherish you, my love.
That was Time for Heroes by the Libertines. Bit of a novel theme this week, so we're going to talk about social media as a whole. So obviously, we think we're a big presence on Twitter. We're certainly beating the other power hours, aren't we, Chris?
Oh, absolutely. Well, we
Twitter,
changed
so-
it to. Well, we lost that legal battle. That's why we had to change it to MNT Wrestling.
But we're beating them in terms of numbers. You know, we're not
Absolutely.
winning legally, and we're certainly not winning the legal claim. So you'll have noticed, obviously, on Power Hour 11, we mentioned about Craig not suing us. Unfortunately, he has started legal proceedings. So no music by Craig this week.
I think our 70 followers on Twitter will be very sad about that
Yeah.
news.
I know, so no music by him. He is unfortunately trying to get the name changed to Monday Night Craig. We'll see how we go, but we're hopeful of winning. We've got our fingers on the pulse in this one. I think we're prepared for a battle, aren't we, Chris?
I think so. I mean, are we going to ignite the Craig Night Wars? Is that what it's going to be?
Why not? Yeah. Craig David, Daniel Craig, Moxley.
Who's the fella from Red Dwarf? Isn't his name Craig something?
Craig
Charles.
Craig Charles. Brilliant. But we were thinking about this and social media as a whole. So Chris, me and you obviously met how many years ago? 9 years ago on an Everton forum.
Something like that. Yeah, it was a long time ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. I was Kenny Senior. You were Polywell. 1878, were you?
Just Polywell, I think I was on
Was
that.
it Polywell? Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Good times.
I remember we went to a Blue Union march, and then I got home and you said, "Oh, I saw Polly there," and I was like, "Well, why didn't you introduce yourself to me, you shithouse?"
Well, I would have done, but I was trying to offer you out.
And all these years later, we now have a radio show.
Who'd have thought it? So yeah, we went from that. But I was kind of thinking though about my own kind of social media history and where I've been in the past. So I think for me the first thing I had was Bebo.
I never had a Bebo.
Do you know what a Bebo? It was special. It was a very weird site. And then
Is yours still up?
I hope not.
Can we try and find it?
I'm pretty
I'm
sure
gonna do it right now. I'm gonna do it right now.
I'm pretty sure I deleted it, but if you can find it, then let me know. Viewers, stay tuned.
More feet pics. Nothing's coming up.
I'm pretty sure I
Keep you
deleted
safe
it.
there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I deleted it. But then I moved on to the world of MySpace. So did you have a MySpace, Chris? Did you have an emo-y MySpace?
I did have a MySpace, yeah, with the worst indie landfill songs on my profile. And some really embarrassing pictures of like being 16 and going to a party on a bevy thinking I was fucking off my head.
Yeah, it was fucking awful, wasn't it? I mean, MySpace is a very good gateway, I think, and it really, you look at the kind of bands that have come out from there and these social media. So Arctic Monkeys are very, very big on social media and using MySpace. As
It wasn't even them, was it? It was the fans. They didn't even know about it.
Yeah, true. Well, I think they did leverage it in the end. I think they very much started to kind of capitalize on it. But you're right. It's I think the interaction you can actually have with bands. I think that's where people went. This is going to be big. And then for me, it was onto Facebook then, and then Twitter.
I fucking hate Facebook.
I've still got
Adrian's
it.
favourite platform, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's the amount of flat Earth groups on there. It's you can't even count them.
Yeah, I'm
no,
not a fan of Facebook.
I actually looked at this, though, Chris, and went, MySpace. Who was everyone's friend on MySpace? It was Tom Anderson, the man who ran MySpace. And I'll tell you what, he's doing bloody well for himself. MySpace was sold in 2005 for £585 million. Him pocketing most of that money. And he now lives his life travelling around the world taking photos.
I thought you were going to say taking coke then.
Probably as well. No, that's his life is once he sold up, he still kind of managed MySpace before stepping down before it eventually did close.
It's still, I think it's still there,
Is it still on? Fuck,
I think so. They tried to make it into like a music platform.
We're back.
Did you ever see that tweet that Tom did about like Facebook, where he was saying something about like the growth of Facebook or something? I'm paraphrasing here, and someone tweeted him saying like, "Yeah, but like Facebook fucking like destroyed MySpace," and like started having a go like, "What do you know?" And he went, "Yeah, what do I know? I only sold it for 500 million."
Yeah. No, absolutely. Like he's he's not even 50 yet, and he's traveling around the world taking photos of landscapes. Fair fucking play to him, mate. I want that life. It sounds.
Do you think we should try and make our own social media platform?
What would it be?
Oh god,
Power
I don't know. I
feet.
mean, we'll have to
Power
talk
feet.
about this off it.
The
It's
feet
been a
out.
very feet-orientated episode, this, hasn't it?
Yeah, why not?
We'll show other things. We'll get Tom to take pictures for us.
Yeah. What a lovely landscape. But no, it's he's doing well for himself. And good luck to him. No hard feelings. Ultimately, I enjoy MySpace. I think it was as an angsty 15, 16-year-old. Yeah, it was good for a time.
Have you still got a MySpace, or have you deleted it?
No, that went a long time ago. It's a long time.
Was that equally as bad as your Bebo, or had you matured a little bit at that point?
No, I think it was probably just as worse. At that point, I was probably doing like kind of the usual. Oh, which birds are online? Oh, I'll message them. I'm getting no success at all. So yeah.
You've left me on read.
Read. But yeah, it was. Yeah. Why aren't I in your top friends?
I used to be proper kickoffs over that, didn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And Chris, I'll tell you what, you would be in my top 8, 100%.
Oh, thanks, sugar tits.
You're welcome. Not number 1, let's be clear.
That's fine. I know I wouldn't be number 1.
Yeah, absolutely.
You would be on my top 2 pages of my best friends on MySpace.
That'll do. Well, honestly though, like the amount of people who used to kick off on it's like, really, are you actually that fussed about best friends on Twitter? Oh, not Twitter, MySpace.
Bring it up now. Find someone who like wouldn't have you in the top as one of their top friends.
Why wouldn't you neck me?
That's what my top friends represented. If I'd necked them or not.
Who I fancied more, but then you'd cock up
Tequila,
yourself
tequila.
with putting a girl in front of another one. She was a sure thing, Chris, and then you ruined this. Yeah, social media. It's
We've
yeah,
met
well,
some like good friends from like social media and like forums and that over the years.
yeah. I mean, not like I say, that's how me and you met. Through generally the majority of the forum we were on. Pretty much we're all either students or unemployed. So Sundays were great. Because like let's go out on a Sunday night and get bladdered because it was it was quieter and it was good. No, as good a reason as any to go and drink.
Absolutely. Yeah, I had some very fond memories of meeting up with people. It was a bit scary at first though, like because I think the first time I met up with anyone, I think I was like 8, just turned 18, and I was like, oh, I'm going out now. It's like my mum, like you meeting up with like people off the internet.
Well, I mean,
hot
that's the
bots
thing, like,
in my area.
Well, the funny thing was, like, obviously, I always flapped it because there was one rather cantankerous person on our forum, wasn't there, who was very much right wing in his views, and I always flapped it because me and him used to argue loads on our forum.
Yeah, but I met him and he was just like a really jolly old man.
Really? I never met him. I was always like thinking like I'd meet him, he'd be like the tough nuts.
No, he
to
never
kick off.
talked. He never talked about anything like that. I think
Oh, really?
he knew not to be honest.
Yeah, what's his name? It's when he used to fucking like have random goes about Jesus. I'm like, okay. I didn't personally do anything to him. It was 2,000 years before my birth. Yeah.
I don't remember any of that. I think I must have avoided
Dipping
them
out at that
threads.
point, yeah. And then the classic Chris of always negativing people's comments regardless of what they've said.
That proper kicked off doing that.
I know. Great story.
Happy birthday, negative rep. I've got some bad news. My nan's died. Negative rep.
Fucking brilliant. But yeah, more on that another day. We could do a whole podcast on CEF probably.
Yeah, it's hard without mentioning names though, isn't it? So
Yeah, we still yeah. We'll take it offline. We'll come to the after hour for more detail about our forum.
at OnlyFans / The Power Hour / After Hours.
Oh dear. Anyway, Reese with a spoon, Weatherspoons, Reese without a spoon, Moxley. This is Slow Readers Club with Lunatic. Slow Readers Club with Lunatic. So, Polly, how do you think it went?
I'm really getting into the swing of doing these more and more. We're going to try and get them out because, Ross, of course, we are leaning to our illustrious episode 70.
Absolutely, and I don't think we mentioned this actually yet, Chris. But the Power Hour's going on tour.
Oh yeah, we need to mention that, don't we?
Yeah, so we haven't mentioned in the previous episode, or in this episode, but yeah, we're actually going on holiday.
Hopefully, anyway,
next year. Well, yeah, let's see how things go. But yeah, the Power Hour's going to Gran Canaria.
Cannot wait.
And Playas des Lizardo will be doing Power Hour 70.
Might even do a segment on the beach.
And then maybe on a submarine. Which apparently they have.
And on this segment, we're going to get sunstroke.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell you what, there'll be a lot of burnt feet pics for your OnlyFans there, mate.
I know we promised there would be tanned pictures. We're very fair-skinned.
we misjudged the heat of the sun.
We had the bottle upside down. It wasn't factor 50, it was factor 05.
0.5. It reminds me of actually when in the dying days of my relationship with my ex.
Oh my god, what's the story gonna go like?
She went, oh, she went to the bar. She went, oh, they have Brewdog. I was like, oh, Sam, what did you get? Oh, this one, it's called Nanny Stays. I was like,
Oh,
it's the fucking non-alcoholic beer. That's when I knew it was over. It was game over at that point.
well, actually, I might try Nanny State because that's probably all I can drink at the moment. So
In fair, it's not bad. It's just I was like, I don't want to drink non-alcoholic ale for no reason.
I can't kiss you after I've only drank these.
Yeah, I want night owls. I mean, equally, if she is listening to these, very weird, very weird.
How did you find out we were doing them?
Yeah, it's been like 3 years, so very weird at this point. But of course, keep tuning in, subscribe, like, comment what songs you want to hear.
Maybe she's going out with Adrian now.
Tell your friends.
Well, I think as always, Ross, if you don't mind, I'll throw some cheeky URLs out before we finish.
Oh, absolutely.
So obviously, as always, if you go on twitter.com/MNT Wrestling and give us a little follow, be the 71st follower. Go for it.
The illustrious 71st.
You go for that, and then I think one last time I'll just throw it out there. So if you go on www.gosober.org.uk/teams/stingrays, and or just share the link, that'd be equally as good. I know times are tough. They may get even tougher, so just a share will be nice.
Yeah, it'd be much appreciated for everyone. So, but Chris, yeah, once again, it's good to be back. It's good to be back.
It's been a pleasure.
And, as always, and well, you got another 3 weekends to get through before. Well, actually, you can drink in not next week, the week after. But you got 2 more power hours to get through before you can drink.
It's 3 more weekends, I think.
We're back.
It's 3 more weekends after this. So on Power Hour, what's that? 16. I may be fucking bladdered.
Yeah. I've been drinking since midnight.
Yeah, I was actually tempted to wake up till Saturday night at midnight and have one. Nice glass of seawater.
Oh, you're raging alcoholic. But yeah, that was Power Hour 13. Great times had by all.
A very lucky
This
episode.
is lovely, very lovely. A model episode. But to play us off here is Van Halen with Jump. See you all next time.